is TOS Television, your digital-first Pan-African news network. I am Abigail Ukmade, and this is Africa Now. The husband of slain Kenyan Olympian Agnes Tirop, who has been arraigned on suspicion of her murder, has also been ordered by a Kenyan court on Tuesday to undergo a mental health test before entering a plea, which he will do on November 16, court officials say. On October 13, Tirop was found stabbed to death in her home in the Rift Valley town of Eton. Her husband, Ibrahim Rotich, 41, was arrested the following day in the coastal city of Mombasa. Police say he had been trying to flee the country. Benin Republic's President Patrice Talon signed an agreement on Tuesday with France that handed back 26 treasures that were looted from the former French colony 130 years ago, fulfilling a promise made by President Emmanuel Macron to restore a lost part of Africa's heritage. Benin's President Patrice Talon and Culture Minister Jean-Michel Abimbola traveled to Paris to bring home the artifacts that were snatched by French forces in 1892, I beg your pardon, from Benin's palaces of Abomey, today a UNESCO's World Heritage Site. The restitution is part of a drive by Macron to improve his country's image in Africa, especially among young people. In Benin, they will be exhibited at various sites, including a former Portuguese fort in the city of Ouidah, while awaiting the completion of a museum in Abomey to house them. The United Nations says 16 of its Ethiopian staff and dependents and over 70 drivers had been detained in the country's capital Addis Ababa, with 6 others having been released amid reports of widespread arrest of ethnic Tigrayans. UN spokesperson Stefan told reporters in New York that they are actively working with the government of Ethiopia to secure their immediate release. Several countries have urged their citizens to leave Ethiopia while commercial flights are still available. Fighting between the army and a group of armed men in eastern Congo forced 11,000 people to flee across the border into Uganda in the last days, the United Nations say on Tuesday. The refugee agency says this represents the largest refugee influx in a single day for more than a year, for a nation already hosting more refugees than any other in Africa. Women and children comprise the majority of those who have crossed the border to escape clashes between militia groups and the Congolese armed forces in Rushuru territory in the DRC's North Kivu province. There is no sign of internet services returning after a Sudanese court ordered the country's 3 main telecommunications providers to restore internet access as the country entered its 16th day of internet blackout following a coup by military leaders. Adam Rojal, spokesperson for the Coordinating Committee for Refugees and Displaced People, which records attacks in the region, says the blackout has meant further impunity for attacks in Darfur. This is your digital-first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You're watching Africa Now. Business and more coming your way after the break. So stay tuned. Welcome back in business. Egypt's annual urban consumer price inflation slid to 6.3% in October from 6.6% in September, the country's statistics agency reported on Wednesday. Month-on-month inflation climbed to 1.5% from 1.1% in September. The month-on-month increase was led by a hike in education fees of 12.7% and a 1% rise in the food index, which makes up 32.7% of the inflation index, Alan Sandip of Naim Brokerage wrote. And moving away from business, Kenya is among the first African countries to receive the new formulation of the Pediatric ART to be administered to children and infants living with HIV. The new ART regimen drug, which was not initially available for children weighing less than 20 kgs, has been rolled out in 12 counties, said to account for 50% of infected children. The tablet taken orally has also been approved for use in pediatric patients from 4 weeks of age weighing at least 3 kg in combination with other antiretroviral treatments. A new report published on Wednesday by the Environmental Investigation Agency has warned that the Beijing-backed expansion of traditional Chinese medicine in many African countries risks fueling the illegal wildlife trade and threatens the future of some of the world's most endangered species. While most treatments are plant-based, demand from the industry has been blamed for pushing animals, including pangolins and rhinos, to the brink of extinction. South African officials are investigating an alarming rise in over 200 seal deaths along the west coast near Cape Town, with malnutrition one potential cause. Last week, scores of seal carcasses on beaches in Cape Town and along the rugged Atlantic Ocean coastline north of the city was sighted, with several more dead seals floating in the water. James Brent Stian, spokesperson for the Western Cape Province Environment Department, says seal deaths at this time of the year were normal, but not to this extent. Mali's interim parliament vice president has been freed weeks after he was arrested for making subversive remarks which were not disclosed. Isako Njim was arrested in October, and a ruling on his case is expected in December. His lawyers have said his detention was illegal because of a parliamentary immunity. Parliament later passed a resolution calling for the halting of the case. And that is it on Africa Now. For more updates, to visit our website at www.tostvnetwork.com. Follow us and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube to stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Abigail Lukmade. Thanks for watching.